Hello, my fellow animal lovers. Welcome to Enlightened Animal Communication. My name is Sherry, and I am a professional animal communicator. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are returning to my channel, welcome back. I am grateful to have you join me for this reading today, and I hope you and all of your pets find yourselves well today. All right, so I am excited about this reading. So, through my experience as an animal communicator, I find, and my own pets, I find that enhancing your own telepathic communication with your pet, communicating with them telepathically, and receiving information from them telepathically certainly enhances your, I'm sure, what's already a wonderful relationship, but it enhances it. It definitely can decrease miscommunications. It can just really create a lot more harmony in your relationship with your pets, harmony within your family. It can help them understand you better. You can understand them better. So that's what this reading is going to be about. Now, there are different ways that we can communicate telepathically with our pet. And this can be here or in the afterlife, but I am going to speak in present tense as if it's a pet who is here with you now. So there are different ways. So telepathic communication, the definition of telepathy is being able to read somebody's mind, what their thoughts are, their feelings are, without using our typical human forms of communication, such as verbal communication, facial expressions, body language, all of that, writing, texting, speaking. So telepathic communication is very, very natural for pets, for animals. So they naturally use this form of communication. Now, us as humans, we don't typically use this form of communication, although we have the ability to do so. But we rely on other forms of communication, the written word, the verbal word, right? Again, body language, facial expressions. We rely on all of that to communicate with each other and our pets. So the beauty of enhancing, and improving upon your own telepathic skills is that we can meet our pet where they are. And we're not just forcing them to communicate based on our style of communication, but we are meeting them on their level also. And this really, really, like I said, improves the bond, improves understanding of each other. It's just a beautiful thing. So anybody can do this. I'm a professional animal communicator, but you can learn how to do this with your own pet as well. Now, sometimes if it is a situation that's a little more emotionally charged, because we are so emotionally connected to our pets, sometimes that telepathic communication can get sort of foggy, if you will. And so it is good to hire an animal communicator to, have kind of that outside perspective, right? But practicing this daily with your pet can certainly help with just your normal daily activities. So anyway, there are different ways that we can communicate telepathically. And that's what each of these cards represents, a different way to communicate telepathically, giving information, expressive language, and receiving information from your pet, receptive language. Okay? And you probably use all of these. Your pet probably uses all of these. However, whether we're, a human or a non-human animal, we usually have one area that's a little bit stronger than the other areas. We can always work on the other areas, but one is usually a little bit stronger. And so what we're doing is we're using the clairs. So we have clairaudience, clairvoyance, clairsentience, claircognizance, and I will explain those in the readings, okay? But what I'm going to have you do is you can assign different pets to different groups here, and each card and crystal is going to represent a different group, a different reading that I will do, okay? And you can assign, like I said, if you have more than one pet, you might assign group 2 to, one pet to group 2 and one pet to group 4 or something, right? Just use your intuition. And as I said, you can do this with a pet who is in the afterlife, in the spirit world. But I'm going to speak in present tense, okay? And then what we'll do is we'll do your reading, and we might find out that there are more clairs or ways that you can communicate with this pet, but the one you choose might be, probably be the strongest one for you, okay? Yeah, and I just want to thank you in advance that if you enjoy this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment, let me know how it resonated with you, and of course, if you haven't already, I invite you to subscribe to my channel and click that notification bell so you can be notified as to when more readings like this are being uploaded. Okay, so I'm going to show you each one up close. All right, so I am covering up the keyword, so you just go off of the picture, okay, kind of the image, and maybe even the number, whatever you're drawn to. Just use your intuition. There's no right or wrong here, okay? And so this is group 1, number 7, and this is paired with the amethyst crystal, okay? We will reveal the keyword during the reading, okay? And so this is group 2, number 13, and this is paired with the rainbow fluorite crystal. Okay, and this is group 3, and this is number 14. This is paired with this beautiful halite crystal. Okay, and group 4, number 15, and this is paired with the rose quartz crystal. Okay, the other thing we're going to talk about is your energy connection. Okay, so we are going to talk a lot about, I have card decks, tarot and oracle card decks that are all about energy and chakras and colors and all of that good stuff. So we have a lot of fun cards to get into that will give you a much better idea as to how you are connecting energetically with your pet, and how your pet is connecting with you energetically as well. Okay, so pause the video if you need to, to decide on which group you're going to choose, and otherwise timestamps are below, and I look forward to seeing you in your reading. Okay, group 1, welcome to your reading. Those of you who chose this beautiful card with number 7 and the amethyst crystal, welcome. All right. So Your keyword is seer. Okay? And what this means is that a strong form of telepathic communication for you and your pet is clairvoyance. And this means that you are able to send and receive pictures, images, and your pet is able to send and receive pictures and images to communicate with you and you them. So this is a great form of communication with any pet. Um, when you can give your pet an image, say for instance, you want them to go out and go potty before you go to bed. um, you know, your dog, right? And they're just standing there. They're not wanting to go out and go potty. What you can do, and I do this with my Ruby, my sweet girl, is I give a visual image of her actually squatting and going potty in the yard. And it can take a minute, but I give that image and she will go. It can take a couple minutes, but she will go. Uh, so that is just a form of communication. When you are out and about, and if you say you have an anxious pet, typically that can be dogs, you can give them an image in your mind, send them an image as to where you are, what you're doing, you know, when you're coming home, that type of thing. You can send them an image of if you're going to go out for a walk. Um, you can send them an image of where you're taking them. You can, you know, in the same, not just dogs, but the same with other pets, you know, um, cats, birds, you know, whatever. You can always send them images. And if you want them to do something, send them the visual image through your mind to their mind, what you want them to do, what you're asking them to do, right? And again, when they want something, you can try to stay in a receptive state if you're not sure what they want or what they're trying to communicate, and just see what image pops into your mind. Okay? All right. So I do want to say before we start pulling cards that if you are interested in a private animal communication session and or to learn uh, to really hone your skills and learn more about animal communication and communicating telepathically with your pet, um, either or both, you know, you can check out my website. There's a link below. And if you're watching this between now and April 8th, I am running a 20% discount off of all of those services, off of an animal communication session with me, and my already discounted packages for um, more involved situations, like if you're dealing with a behavior or something. I offer discounted packages if you want more than one session with me, but also if you are wanting to learn more on how to communicate telepathically with your pet. I offer discounted packages always, but they are also 20%. There is also an additional 20% discount. Okay, that's through April 8th. So check it out. Link is below. All right. Okay, so we're going to pull some tarot cards first, get a little more information. So think about your pet, whatever pet you have in mind. They can be here or in the afterlife. If they're in the afterlife, you can pull out a photo, an image of them, you know, and look at them. You can do that with a current pet also, if they're not in your immediate vicinity right now. All right, so great spirit angels, guides, and pet of group number 1 viewers. What other messages would you have for group number 1 viewers regarding how they can communicate telepathically with their pet, with each other, and any kind of energetic connection that they have? Ooh, all right. So we have the moon with the rainbow moonstone. My intuition guides me to the right decision. I love that. Okay, so use your intuition, group 1. Your intuition is very, very strong. Trust your intuition, okay? It's very strong and you are able to do this. You are highly intuitive and you are able to very easily connect telepathically with your pet. Now, the other thing that this leads me to believe is that this is water energy, and you might also be clairsentient, which means that you can feel what your pet feels and they can feel what you feel. Okay, so that's going more off of just feelings. This can be emotional feelings, this can even be physical feelings. Okay, so that's another form of communication with your pet. The Empress. All right, I create what I choose naturally and with joy. Okay, so this is creative energy. This is, I see it as water energy. There's water here. There might be some, I see this card, I see the Empress as kind of a combination of water energy, earth energy because it's manifestation, and fire energy because it's creating something. But you're definitely able to create a beautiful telepathic communication with your pet. And you're natural at it. Okay? And this is a joyful experience for you and your pet. Your pet loves to communicate telepathically with you, group 1. 3 of Wands, I have the energy I need to realize my goals. Okay, so this is fire energy. Solar plexus, and there's yellow and orange here. So this is solar plexus and sacral. Solar plexus chakra and sacral chakra. Okay, so if you don't know about chakras, those are energy centers that we have within our body. Okay, and your pet has them too. And so this is a very strong connection that you have with your pet through your solar plexus chakra and your sacral chakra. Okay, and your pet helps send energy to you. I have the energy I need to realize my goals. So your pet sends this type of energy to you to help you have a vision in your life, to help you take action in your life, to tap into your passion, to tap into your creativity and your goals. Okay, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. The Lovers with rose quartz. I trust my knowing and make a commitment. Okay, so you have a very, very strong bond. Your pet might be a soulmate pet to you. Okay, there's so much love between you and your pet, and this energy is coming through your heart center, back and forth between the heart center with the rose quartz crystal here. I trust my knowing and make a commitment. You have a very good bond of trust with your pet. They trust you, you trust them. There's a very strong connection between you and your pet, group 1. This is so beautiful. And again, with yellow here, solar plexus energy, and pink, heart chakra. Okay, this is so beautiful. Wow, your pet loves you so much and you love them. This is a very, very strong, intuitive connection that you have with them. And they're connecting with you. So far, they're connecting with you through the solar plexus chakra. If you're not familiar, you can look it up. Okay, the chakras and the energy centers. But the solar plexus chakra, the sacral chakra, and the heart chakra. Okay, all right. So we're going to pull some oracle cards now. Group 1, the Spirit Angels, Guides, and Pet of Group number 1 viewers. What other messages do you have for group number 1 regarding their telepathic communication with each other, and their pet, and the energetic connection? Group 1. Truth. Okay, so number 23. So this is the throat chakra. And this is you speaking your truth. Okay. And there's some balance here between water and fire. So that's interesting. So yes, we have the color blue, which is you speaking your truth. Okay. And the throat chakra. So you do have this is communication. Okay. This card is all about communication, speaking your truth, and your pet speaking their truth. And this is balance between water and fire energy. And again, here's that yellow and that orange. Okay. So, and we've been talking about water and fire energy. So there's definitely a balance between that energy, between the two of you. That intuitive energy that we talked about here, and then that fire energy, them sending you that type of energy to help you take action in your life, to help you with your creativity, to stand in your truth. Okay, beautiful. Wow, soul healing, number 35. And I believe this is the soul star chakra. So there is some definite healing taking place. You could be healing your pet, their soul, and your pet's soul is healing your soul. So you are definitely soulmates. Group 1, you and your pet are soulmates. You are healing each other at the core of your soul. I mean, this is so incredible. You are healing each other through this lifetime. And I get the sense that you've been together in other lifetimes too, or will be again in the future. If you're connecting with a pet in the afterlife, I get the sense that you will be with them again in the future, that possibly they could reincarnate and come back to you. But there is a soul healing. And if that's not the case, they're on the other side continuing to help you heal. Wow. This is so powerful, Group 1. I love this. So powerful. Okay. I'm going to pull from another oracle deck. Great Spirit Angels, Guides, and Pet from Group number 1 viewers. What other messages do you have for Group number 1 viewers regarding telepathic communication? Excuse me, with your pet and energetic connection. Group 1. Archangel Raphael. I invite Archangel Raphael to bring healing and knowledge into my life. Isn't that beautiful? So we've got healing twice here. We've got healing twice. Group 1. Look at that. Okay, so Archangel Raphael has to do with your connection with your pet. Again, this is love. This is soulmate connection. This is healing. This is heart energy. So we have more of the heart energy here. Yeah. So definitely your pet and you are probably very connected to Archangel Raphael. So ask Archangel Raphael, to bring healing, invite Archangel Raphael to bring healing and knowledge into your life. Okay? That is so beautiful. What a beautiful connection. Wow, look at this. Look at this. Flames of wisdom with the crone. I am open to all of life's wisdom and share it with gratitude. So flames. So interesting. That, Archangel Raphael is the emotional plane, the feelings, the emotions. And that's the water energy we've been talking about and the intuition. And then we have flames of wisdom, which is flames, fire energy. So again, there's that water and fire energy, group one, that you just have this really strong connection with your pet. There's an exchange. I feel like they're sending it to you, but I feel like you're sending it to them as well. There's like a balance and an exchange between the two of you. Interesting. I don't know. I know I don't know my pets' birthdays because I rescue all of mine. If they were really young, if they were puppy or kitten, when I rescued them, then I will know that, what their astrological sun sign is. But with most of mine, I don't know unless I can communicate with them and intuitively sort of feel it. But where I'm going with this is one of you could be a water sign with your sun sign, and one of you could be a fire sign also. That just came to me. Okay, beautiful. All right. Okay, we are going to pull from this final deck here. Great Spirit Angels, guys, and pets of this. Just going to move these down a bit. Even them out for you there. Okay, Great Spirit Angels, guys, and pet of group number one viewers. What other messages do you have for group number one viewers regarding telepathic communication with their pet and their energetic connection? Group one. Oh, you got chocolate. I didn't know that was a color. This is an oracle deck of colors and their meaning. All right. Boy, that looks good, doesn't it? Okay. The message: nourish your body and soul. So, yeah, chocolate sure is a nice treat. I don't know how nourishing it is, but it is a nice treat. Okay. So, maybe your pet is helping you learn to nourish yourself and treat yourself once in a while. Let's see what else we get. Ruby, that's my dog's name. Rejuvenate your body. And so, yeah, so this is, nourish your body and soul, rejuvenate your body. So this is kind of, I don't know, I'm just getting self-care, self-love, treat yourself, and maybe that's part of why your pet is in your life. They help you to do that. They help you take a break and engage in self-love and treating yourself. Wow. And look at this blue with activate your healing power. So this is amazing. This card is coming out under these two cards about healing. Okay, so that is pretty amazing. Wow. Yeah, so your pet is definitely helping you heal. And possibly you have helped your pet heal emotionally or physically. And I believe that when we do that, we in turn are healing ourselves as well. And that's how our pet is helping us heal. But our pet can help us heal in so many ways, but you are definitely helping each other heal. Activate your healing power. And possibly you are a healer yourself. Maybe you're a professional healer. Maybe you're a therapist in some way, or in the medical field, or in alternative healing, or, maybe you're, like I said, like a psychotherapist, or maybe you do tarot readings, or maybe you, do energy healing, or, you're a healer, and we can be a healer in many ways. So possibly you are a healer, and your pet is encouraging you to take that break of self-care and treating yourself once in a while, right? Um, yeah, and for those of you who are connecting with a pet in the spirit world, in the afterlife, I feel strongly. Look at the star. Look how beautiful this is. Okay? I feel strongly that your pet is coming through and giving you some healing from the other side, sending you healing energy from the other side. I feel very strongly about that. Okay? And so, um, yeah. All right. Beautiful. Okay. Group 1. Thank you again so much for joining me. And I want to thank Great Spirit Angels, guides, and the pets from group number 1 viewers for coming through and sharing these beautiful messages with group number 1 viewers. And I thank your pets for allowing us to connect with them. And group 1, thank you again for joining me. I hope that you received some clarity, hope, and inspiration from this reading. If you did and you felt connected to your pet, if you did, please remember to give this video a thumbs up, leave me a note in the comments, and 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 I invite you to subscribe if you haven't already, and click that notification bell so you can be notified as to when more readings like this are being uploaded. And again, if you are interested in a private animal communication session with me and your pet, and or learning how to telepathically communicate with your pet, the link is below to enlightenedanimalcommunication.com, and you can take advantage of a 20% discount through April 8th off of those services. Okay? All right. Thank you so much. I hope to see you in my next reading. And until then, blessings to you and your pet. Okay, group 2, welcome to your reading. Those of you who chose this image, number 13, and this beautiful rainbow fluorite crystal, welcome. Your key word here is clairaudient, group 2. So that means that you might have a strong telepathic communication with your pet to be able to send and receive communication through clairaudience. And now I'm gonna I want to explain something here. Be clairaudience, yeah. So it's kind of like, so you can hear their words in your mind, okay? And you can send your words to them through your mind. Okay, now clairaudience can also mean that, you hear messages through music, you're heightened through your hearing, right? But since we're talking about telepathic communication, this is sending messages that are actual words, okay, as if you can hear it in your mind, send the message, and they can hear it, and then they can send the same message to you. So if you're communicating with your pet, you might be able to actually, if you're tuning in with them, you might actually be able to hear the words that they say. Okay? And again, you can send words to them through your mind. So if you're wanting to communicate with them or trying to explain something to them or asking them something, just quiet your mind and just say the words in your mind. And it's likely that your pet will respond to that. Okay? An example is I was doing this with one of my kitties earlier today, Marcello. Marcello is a love bug. He really is. But he's also, kind of demanding. He just wants what he wants, like immediately. And if I'm in the middle of something, it's just will take me a minute or two to attend to his needs. When I say it verbally, I'll say, Marcello, I'll get to you in a couple minutes, I promise. He just keeps demanding. But what I did earlier today was, and by demanding, he's like, meow, 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 And so what I did earlier today was I sent him the words through my mind. So that is one way that I communicate telepathically with Marcello. I sent him the words through my mind. And I just said, I love you. I'm going to get you another can of cat food in just about 2 minutes. Can you curl up and lay down next to me until I'm able to get that? And I'm not kidding you. It took about 10, 15 seconds, but he curled up and lay down and he waited patiently, which is very unlike him. Okay. But he received that message from me so much easier than me saying it verbally. Okay. Because I sent him the words through my mind. All right. So, and before we pull cards, I want to mention that if you are interested in a private animal communication session with me and or to learn more about how you can communicate telepathically with your pet, you can get all the information through my website. The link is below, enlightenedcommunication.com. And if you are watching this between now through April 8th, I am running a spring sale. It is a 20% discount through April 8th. Okay, so if you're interested, you might want to take advantage of that 20% discount off of the private animal communication sessions that I offer or packages. So I have already discounted packages. They're always discounted, but they're discounted even more, 20% through April 8th. And the packages are offered for those who want multiple animal communication sessions for whatever reason. They might have a behavior they're addressing or something, or if one wants to learn more and practice telepathic communication with their pet. Okay, so those services are offered. Check it out, and that link is below. All right, so I am going to pull tarot cards first. Now, we are also going to get information on the energetic connection that you have with each other. I will explain that a little bit more as the cards come out. Animals are very they respond to energy, they send energy. So they're very good at telepathic communication, and they're also really, really sensitive to energy and good about energy exchanges. So let's get more information there too. Get spirit angels, guides, and pet of group number 2 viewers. What other information can you give us regarding telepathic communication for group number 1 viewers and the energy connection with their pet? Group 2. Did I say 1, 2? 4 of Swords. Interesting. Okay, so I take time. I need to rediscover my vitality. Okay, 4 of Swords. And the crystal up here is cellulite. 4 of Swords. So this is the mental plane. Very, very interesting. So this can be very much about communicating telepathically with your pet and them with you, and through words, okay? Through clairaudience, hearing their words, them hearing your words through your mind. This is perfect. Beautiful. Okay, and the 4 is stable energy. It's rest. It's resting our mind. So I would recommend, I feel like one of the messages coming through for you, group 2, is to, and I think I said it earlier, is to relax your mind. Relax your mind prior to, so in other words, release any of the chatter, right? We all have that chatter that goes on in our minds, and sort of release that and relax your mind and be in kind of a, more of just a relaxed meditative type state before trying to communicate, expressing your words to your pet or receiving words from your pet. Okay, but that is perfect. Look at this, another one, 7 of Swords. I take great care of what I value. Look at that. Okay, so we've got 2 Swords cards here with the mental plane. Try to let go of anything with the 7 of Swords, any self-doubt. Okay, group 2, because you have the ability to do that. This is very clear that you have the ability to do this with your pet. So try to let go of any self-doubt or any self-sabotage. Trust yourself and trust your ability, trust in your ability to send your pet messages, and trust in your ability to receive messages from your pet also through clairaudience, through words, through your mind. Okay, and if some of you are connecting with a pet in the afterlife, who have crossed over into the spirit world, this applies to that relationship, that communication as well. Then we have the Emperor with red jasper. Okay, I make empowered choices. Okay, so this is interesting. So energetically speaking, group 2, your pet is very connected to the solar plexus. That is a chakra, the solar plexus chakra. Okay, if you're not familiar with chakras, I would encourage you to Google that, look it up, learn a little bit about that. But this is empowerment. Excuse me. This is action and empowerment. Okay, for just being you. And then you have the red jasper, which is interesting because that is the root chakra. So your pet might also be helping you stay grounded. Okay, stay in your truth with who you are, with this solar plexus chakra, and the power to just be you and take action accordingly and stay grounded. So this energy is the mental plane, right? And we can get a little bit too much in our heads and too much in our minds. So I feel like your pet is helping you stay grounded. And that's part of the energy connection here. It's really interesting that you chose this image because look at all of these colors. Okay, and if you look up the chakras, if you don't already know about chakras and the colors, they're energy centers within our bodies and within your pet's body and around our bodies too. So yeah, so if you look that up, I mean, you can see that each energy center each chakra is a different color. And you chose this card that has just so many different colors. It's like a rainbow. And so I feel like your pet is very balanced energetically, and they are helping you to stay balanced energetically and be grounded. And look at this. Excuse me. King of Wands, yellow calcite. I am successful in all I do. Again, the yellow. Okay. And a little bit of orange, which is the sacral chakra. So we have solar plexus chakra again and the sacral chakra, group 2. And so I feel like your pet is really helping you be empowered, take action toward who you really are. Okay. And tapping a little bit into this sacral chakra, which is tapping into your creativity and sensitivity and emotions. So, so we've got some fire energy, we have some intuitive energy, we have this air energy, which is the mental plane. Beautiful. Wow. Okay, let's pull some oracle cards. Group 2. Spirit angels, guides, and pet of group number 2 viewers. What other messages do you have for group number 2 viewers regarding their telepathic communication with their pet and their energetic connection? Group 2. Wow. Okay, so 32 with meditation. I think that this is the soul star chakra, I believe. Yeah, that's the soul star chakra with meditation. And so this is interesting because, again, I feel like your pet is very, very, very balanced energetically, very spiritual. Soul star, that's the very top chakra. That's above the crown chakra, where you connect with your angels and your guides and spirit, and so, and this might be, if you're asking about a pet in the afterlife, this might be a wonderful way for you to connect more with a pet in the afterlife. Also is through meditation, or a pet here, either way. But through meditation, we talked about chakra balancing. You can meditate and balance your chakras. And again, there's so many videos on YouTube that you can look up and find out if you don't know how to do that. And connect. Don't forget that soul star chakra, and connect with just the universal consciousness. That's what telepathic communication is. It is how we are truly all connected. Okay, but they're encouraging you to do that. Beautiful. Look at this. How perfect is this, group 2? Listening. Okay, so we've got blue, the throat chakra, number 24, listening, clairaudient. So this is so synchronistic, group 2. Yes, and so listening to your pet, listening to the words that come through, and them listening to you. And so this is just confirmation, group 2, that this is a beautiful way for you to communicate back and forth with your pet. I love that. All right. So let's pull from another deck. Great Spirit Angels, Guides, and Pet of group number 2 viewers. What other messages do you have for group number 2 viewers regarding their telepathic communication with their pet and their energetic connection? Group 2. Crystal Ascension. Number 37, I am attuned to the universal wisdom and energy of the crystal kingdom. Look at that. Okay, so I which one? Yeah, it was this card. I said that, connecting with universal consciousness. Okay, I am attuned to the universal wisdom and energy of the crystal kingdom. Look at that. Okay, so um, so crystals can actually help you connect, right, to the universal wisdom, to consciousness, to your pet. Um, you can enhance your energetic connection through crystals. Okay, now you chose this rainbow fluorite crystal. Now, isn't it interesting? This, I don't know if you can see it very well, the colors, but the rainbow fluorite crystal has purple and green in it. And this card is purple and green, group 2. And so um, rainbow fluorite crystal might be a really good crystal for you to maybe get, connect with, look it up, Google it, find out the properties, find out the spiritual properties, metaphysical properties, and everything of rainbow fluorite crystal, or of course, whatever crystal you're drawn to. But it could very well be too that your pet is going to respond strongly to crystals. Okay, and clear quartz crystal is also coming through here. That a clear quartz crystal can help you connect more strongly with your pet, especially a pet in the afterlife. Rainbow fluorite crystal will help you connect more, strongly with your pet and communicate with your pet. And so this could really enhance your communication skills with them. Okay. Oh my gosh, look at this. What a beautiful card. More of this purple and green. Spirit awakens. Number 1, I embrace my soul purpose and align all aspects of my life to it fully. Wow. Okay, so there is a connection between you and your pet, group 2, regarding your soul's purpose. Their soul's purpose and your soul's purpose. Okay? I feel like their soul's purpose is to help you discover your soul's purpose in this lifetime, group 2. There's a very strong connection here. And again, I feel like the clairaudient communication is going to enhance that. Balancing your chakras, connecting with the universe, consciousness, connecting with crystals. This is a really, really spiritual reading, group 2. Oh my gosh. Wow. That is just amazing. I'm going to move these cards down just a bit so they're a little bit more even. Okay. Wow. This is such a powerful reading, group 2. Okay, we're going to pull from the final deck here. Great Spirit Angels, guides, pets of group number 2 viewers. What are the messages you have for group number 2 viewers regarding their telepathic communication with their pet and energetic connection? Group 2. Auburn, ground yourself. Okay, so interesting that, okay, I feel like your pet is very spiritual. I also feel like you are very spiritual, group 2. Okay. And if you haven't awakened to that, you are going to soon with Spirit Awakens. Okay. To your soul's purpose. But interesting that, you're very much on the mental plane with the higher chakras, the upper chakras, soul star, all of that. And your pet is helping you stay balanced. And we talked about this soul star, solar plexus chakra with the yellow and the red jasper with the red and keeping you grounded. Okay. So your pet is helping you stay balanced. Your pet is helping you stay grounded. This is number 11. Auburn, ground yourself. All right. So this is what your pet is helping you with, to stay grounded. So if you do balance your chakras and you do, you know, meditate in that way, or, again, you can Google and find out how to do that. Also, with my private sessions, uh, depending on what the animal wants or needs and what the human wants or needs, sometimes we do a little chakra balancing and grounding exercise during the session. Okay, so ground yourself. Very, very important to stay grounded. So you can take practical steps toward your goals, practical movement in life. So you're not too much in your headspace, and overthinking too much. Okay, look at that. Blue would activate your healing power. All right, so there's some healing that's going on here. Group 2, okay. This one came out in group 1 also, so if you were drawn to group 1, you might want to check that out. But yeah, activate your healing power. And more, blue with the throat chakra. So I feel like you're going through some sort of spiritual awakening in this lifetime. There's some healing that's taking place within you to tap into your soul's purpose. You might also be a healer yourself, or your pet might be a healer. Okay. Your pet might be like a therapy pet or be interested in that. But yeah, there's some healing that's taking place. And then we have silver with number 27, be persistent. Okay, so being persistent, that's interesting. That's interesting. I feel like these cards that have been coming out, this last Oracle deck, group 1 and 2, I haven't done 3 or 4 yet, but are kind of like how your pet is helping you, right? Helping you heal, helping you ground yourself, and helping you be persistent. Now, that persistence comes from the solar plexus chakra, being persistent. And also the Emperor energy and, the King of Wands is really about owning your own power, owning your own skills, getting organized, taking action, being creative about it. And if this involves your soul's purpose in some way, group 2, then your pet is encouraging you to be persistent. Don't give up. Okay? Wow, what a beautiful reading. I want to thank Great Spirit Angels, guides, and pets from group number 2 viewers for joining us and bringing these beautiful messages through and allowing us to connect with them. Group number 1 viewers, I want to thank you so much for joining me for this reading. I hope that you receive some clarity, hope, and inspiration from it, and feel more connected with your pet. So, and if you did, please remember to give it a thumbs up, right? Leave me a comment below. Let me know how this resonated with you. If you haven't already, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. Click that notification bell so you can be notified as to when more readings like this are being uploaded. And again, if you are interested in a private animal communication session with me and your pet, and or learn how to better communicate telepathically with your pet, the link is below to my website, enlightenedanimalcommunication.com. And if you're watching this before April 8th or up through April 8th, I am running a spring sale, which is a 20% discount off of all of those services. So if you want to take advantage of that 20% discount, you can contact me through my website, and I would be honored to do an animal communication session with you and your pet. Okay, all right. I look forward to seeing you in my next reading on this channel, Group 2. And until then, blessings to you and your pet. Okay, Group 3, welcome to your reading. All right, those of you who chose this card and this beautiful howlite crystal, welcome. Your keyword is knowing. And so what that means is that you and or your pet have a very strong ability toward claircognizance. Claircognizance is when you just know something and you don't know how you knew it. You don't know how you know it, but you just know it, right? You have no idea. It just comes to you, and it can be kind of like, something comes to you, you just know that that's going to happen, and then it happens. Or the other way around, something happens and you say, I knew that to be the case, or I knew that to be true, but you don't know how. Okay, it just comes to you. And so this might be a very strong way for you and your pet to communicate with each other. So sending each other telepathic communication through just a knowingness. Okay? So a knowingness is not quite as tangible as the other forms of telepathic communication. But there's just a knowingness. You do need to quiet your mind. But you can have a knowingness about your pet, right? And you don't know how you knew it, but you just knew it. And vice versa. They have a knowingness. So you might be out and they might know when you're coming home. And now when I'm out, I communicate telepathically with my pets to let them know what I'm doing and when I'm coming home and when I'm on my way home. And then Ruby and Marcello, my doggy and one of my kitties, always meet me at the door. Isabel doesn't, but that's okay. So she's my other kitty. But if you don't communicate telepathically with your pet and you come home and they meet you at the door, how did they know? We say, oh, they knew because they heard the car pull up or whatever. Well, sometimes that can be true, but most of the time it's just that they have a knowingness. Okay. And so there's a knowing kind of connection between the two of you, and that can be, you can communicate telepathically in other ways, but that's going to be a very strong ability for you to communicate to your pet, express to your pet, and for them to express to you, and you receive information from your pet. Okay. All right. So we are going to expand on this with tarot and oracle cards. Before we get to that, I want to mention that if you are interested in a private animal communication session with me and your pet, and or learning more and practicing more through sessions on communicating telepathically with your pet, I do offer all of those services. You can find that information on my website. There's a link below, enlightenedcommunication.com. And if you are watching this through April 8th, 2025, I am running a spring sale, which is a 20% discount. So if you are interested and you want to take advantage of that discount, you can take advantage of that discount up until April 8th. And you can just contact me through my website. All the information is there. Okay, I'd be honored to do an animal communication session with you and your pet. All right. Okay, so let's get to the tarot cards first. Now, I do want to mention too that we are learning about communicating telepathically with your pet, but also the energetic connection between you. And we'll talk about that more as the cards come out, okay? All right, great spirit angels, guides, and pet, a group member 3 viewers. What other information do you have for group number 3 viewers and their telepathic communication with your pet? Energetic connection, group 3. Knight of Cups. Oh, Angel Aura Quartz. I know that the right person waits until I am ready. Okay, so typically this is a card of a love, romantic connection. And that could be the case for you, all right? But I'm feeling strongly that you have a very, very strong connection to your pet, that they're kind of like a soulmate pet. Either you waited for that soulmate pet to come along, or you might be in a place right now where you are thinking about either getting a pet or getting another pet, and you're waiting until you're ready and it feels right and you feel that connection and that knowingness. Yeah? Let's pull more cards. 8 of Wands with the Garnet. I manifest multiple opportunities. Okay, so 8 of Wands is very fast moving energy. Okay, and this is yellow, solar plexus, chakra, orange, sacral chakra. So if you don't know about chakras, you can Google that. You can look it up online. There are lots of YouTube videos about it, how to balance your chakras and everything. But it's basically energy centers that we have within us and around us, our bodies, and your pet has them too. And I feel like your pet is sending you solar plexus energy here, which is empowering you. It's about action. It's about moving forward in your truth and who you truly are, embracing who you truly are. And then this orange is sacral chakra, which is kind of intuition, water energy, creativity. And you're able to manifest multiple opportunities. Now, if this has to do with getting a pet, adopting a new pet, you're going to have the opportunity to do that, and it's going to happen fast. Okay? Now, that's a specific message, so just take what resonates and leave the rest if that doesn't apply to you. It could be something about your love life that your pet is helping you with your love life in some way. Let's get more information. The Hanged Man with selenite. Interesting. I can see the situation another way. Okay, and let's get one more. 2 of Pentacles. Wow. I calmly make the best possible decision. Malachi. Okay, this is really interesting. Really interesting, because this is all about opportunities, decision making, waiting until the right person or pet comes along, having all these options with the 8 of Wands, multiple options, seeing the situation, taking a moment to see the situation from a different perspective. Okay? And calmly making the best decision here. Group 3. Wow. Balancing that energy, not being too impulsive. Tapping into your heart, okay? Having multiple opportunities. See the situation from a different perspective, all right? See it in another way. And then making the best possible decision that you can in a calm fashion, in a balanced fashion, and not too impulsive. Okay, so something about decision making here, group 3. Again, take what resonates, leave the rest. If it is about adopting another pet, you will have a knowingness and you will connect with this pet through claircognizance. there will be an instant connection and there will be a knowingness, okay? But take your time. Don't be impulsive about it. If it's about some other aspect in your life, it's the same thing. So trust in your knowingness. Now, if this is about, communication with your pet, telepathic communication with your pet, okay? Tap in your heart center, right? Stay calm, see things from a different perspective, and then just trust your knowingness. Group 3, okay? I'm going to pause for a moment. Okay, sorry, I am back. I had to pause for a moment there. Okay, this is interesting. I want to get more information from the oracle cards here. It could be that when you communicate telepathically, that multiple messages come through. And so try to just, go from your heart center and stay calm, right? Stay calm and just let the messages just naturally come through, okay? Yeah, let's pull some oracle cards. Great Spirit Angels, guides, and pets of group number 3 viewers. What other information do you have for group number 3 viewers regarding telepathic communication with their pet and energetic connection? Group 3. Love. Look at that. Okay, so that's the heart center. That's the chakra, the heart chakra. Okay, and that's what we're talking about here with the heart chakra. Lots of green, lots of love. And I love this, the colors here. A lot of green and a lot of purple. Even with this card, a lot of green and a lot of purple. Group 3. And so that's the heart chakra and the crown chakra. Okay, so the heart chakra is sort of self-explanatory, right? So your heart chakra is the love and the connection between you and your pet. And you have a very strong connection through your heart chakra with your pet. It's very strong. And you are soulmates, okay? And you also have a connection through your crown chakra, and I feel like that has a lot to do with the knowingness, the claircognizance, and the way that you communicate with your pet and your pet communicates with you. Wow. Okay, now we have truth. So interesting. So we have a lot of water energy and fire energy balanced out. This came out in group 1 or 2, and I can't remember which one it was. But we've got blue. So this is your throat chakra. This is your throat chakra. And this is blue here. Okay. So that's just that you have the ability to communicate with your pet. Okay. You have that ability. It's very, very strong. There is a really strong balance between your emotions and intuition and fire energy. One of you might be a water sign and one might be a fire sign, astrologically speaking, but there is a beautiful balance. Oh, and this is receptive energy and expressive energy. Water is receptive, fire is expressive. So you have a beautiful balance and flow between receiving information from your pet and expressing information to your pet, telepathically speaking. Okay? So, wow. I wanted to pull one more of these. Group 3. So we have self-mastery with balancing the chakras here. Okay, so this is a perfect picture if you don't know about the chakras and the energy centers. Okay, that's the root chakra, the sacral, the solar plexus, the heart, the throat, the third eye, the crown, and above the crown is the soul star chakra. Okay, you and your pet are very, very connected through the chakra system, and your pet is helping you balance your chakras, clear your energy. If you are interested in a private animal communication session, when appropriate, and if you or your pet requests it, we can certainly do a chakra balancing exercise with you and your pet during an animal communication session as well, balancing and cleansing, and sometimes that's helpful. Okay, so let's pull from another oracle deck here. So what we know so far is that you have clear cognizance. You are also very connected with your pet through the heart chakra, the crown chakra, but your pet helps you balance. There's a lot of balancing going on here. You also might be clairsentient, group 3, and so that's feeling what your pet feels and them feeling what you feel. Okay, so with this energy here, with this heart energy and emotions and intuition and all of that, you might actually feel them emotionally, physically, and they might feel you emotionally and physically. So there might be some clairsentience as far as how you communicate with each other also. All right. Okay, so for spirit angels, guides, and pets of group number 3 viewers, what other messages do you have for group number 3 viewers regarding telepathic communication with a pet and energetic connection? Group 3. Moon Goddess. Number 41. I am in harmonious flow with the moon's energy in all phases of life. Okay, so this is heightened intuition. So we just talked about that, clairsentience, but intuition can be through your mind. I mean, intuition can be, in my opinion, any clair, but it's very emotional and it's just kind of your gut feeling. But intuition is messages from spirit, messages from your pet, and you have very strong intuition, group 3, and so does your pet. And so you are very, very strongly connected. But this can be through any clair. It can be through claircognizance, clairsentience, clairvoyance, clairaudience, but especially claircognizance and clairsentience. You have a strong intuitive nature, group 3, and so does your pet. Wow, interesting. So we have 2 cards about cycles and phases of life. Wheel of Life, number 42. I am guided by the cycles of life and live in complete harmony with them. That is so interesting. So this is about you've got harmony twice, harmonious and harmony, being in the cycle and the flow and the phases of life. Moon energy is all about the flow and the phases of life. So you might be, and this is kind of sun and moon energy here. So you might be very affected by the moons and the cycles of the moon, group 3, and your pet might be also, and you share that energy, and that's part of your energetic connection. Therefore, being able to flow with life, be in harmony with life and the cycles of life. And that's a connection that you and your pet, as I said, share with each other. Okay. Archangel Gabriel. I always say Gabrielle. I see her as a feminine energy. I invite Archangel Gabriel to bring hope and intuition into my life. So we've been talking about this intuition, okay, and hope and cycles, but especially intuition through the heart chakra, through the moon. Archangel Gabriel is coming through and may have a very strong connection with you, may have a very strong connection with your pet. If you don't know much about Archangel Gabriel, you can certainly look her up, Google her, find out the messages. She offers a lot. I'm very connected to Archangel Gabriel myself. And so, but she's bringing you hope. Invite Archangel Gabriel to bring hope and intuition into your life. Okay. So Archangel Gabriel, also the Archangel of communication, those who are in, some type of career that involves communication, like being a writer, that type of thing, creativity, being a writer, communicating. So Archangel Gabriel is coming through to you and your pet to encourage you to tap into your intuition and always use your intuition to communicate with each other, with your pet. Wow. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, let's pull this final, just put those there. All right, we're going to pull from this final deck, group 3. The first 2 readings, this final deck seems to be messages about what your pet is helping you with, how your pet is helping you energetically, that type of thing. So let's see what comes through. Great Spirit, Angels, Guides, and Pets of group number 3 viewers. What other messages do you have for group number 3 viewers regarding telepathic communication with their pet? And oops, that's not a very good shuffle there. And their energetic connection. Group 3. Wow. Burgundy with Awaken Your Passion. Very interesting. Okay, so your pet is helping you to awaken to your passion. Group 3, whatever that is. You might be passionate about a career or something, some kind of purpose or some kind of cause, or passionate about some kind of innate talent that you have that you want to pursue. Whatever it is, your pet is helping you with that. Blue, activate your healing power. This is amazing. So this card has come out in all 3 readings so far. I haven't done group 4 yet, but your pet is helping you to activate your healing power. So going through the process of your own healing, you might be a healer yourself in some way, but your pet is helping you to activate your healing power and awaken your passion. Okay, your pet is also reminding you to be spontaneous and have fun. So be creative. This is orange with the sacral chakra. Be spontaneous, have fun, tap into your creativity, right? Your intuition. That's also a very intuitive center. Okay, and then we have chocolate. This came out in another one too. Nourish your body and soul, and always have fun, play. Don't take yourself too seriously. With anything you're passionate about or doing in life, your pet is helping you to still have fun. And we know that pets do that for us, right? We know that they're there to help us. I can be having a frustrating day or be emotional or upset about something, and one of my pets just makes me laugh or brings a smile to my face, or just we know that our pets do that for us, right? And so they're encouraging you to not take life too seriously. Have a treat once in a while, be spontaneous and have fun and lighten up a little bit. Okay. All right. Well, I want to thank Great Spirit Angels, Guides, and group number 3 pets for coming through and bringing these beautiful messages through and allowing us to connect with them. And group number 3 viewers, thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you received some clarity, hope, and inspiration from this reading, and you feel more connected to your pet. If so, please remember to give me a thumbs up on this video. Thank you. And leave me a comment. Let me know how this resonated for you. If you haven't already, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. Click that notification bell so you'll be notified as to when more readings like this are being uploaded. And again, if you are interested in a private animal communication session and or learning how to communicate telepathically with your pet, all of that information is on my website. The link is below. And up through April 8th, you can take advantage of my 20% discount, spring sale, 20% discount on all of those services. Okay, all right. So thank you again for joining me. I hope to see you in my next reading. Until then, blessings to you and your pet. Okay, group 4, welcome to your reading. Those of you who chose this card and number 15 and the beautiful rose quartz crystal, welcome. And your keyword is feeler. So you and or your pet are feelers. So that falls into clairsentience. So you might have a very strong connection with your pet through your feelings, and you, in that you can feel what they're feeling emotionally and physically. Literally feel it. And they might be able to literally feel your emotions and your um, physical feelings also. I know for example, my dog Ruby, she mirrors me. She has the same mental health and physical health issues that I have. We mirror each other and we help each other heal through this. So, excuse me. So yeah, you might both be, one of you or both of you be very clairsentient. That's how you communicate with each other. You feel what they feel, and that's how you send or receive messages to each other. Okay, so you might be able to communicate in other ways, and we'll get information on those through the cards. But this would be, the strongest communication pathway between you and your pet. All right. Now, this can be for a pet in the afterlife as well. So that can apply to your pet who is in the spirit world as well. All right. So now, before we pull cards, we're going to pull tarot and oracle cards to get more information. I do want to mention that if you are interested in a private animal communication session with me for you and your pet, and or you are interested in learning how to communicate better telepathically with your pet, I offer sessions for that as well. Either or both. If you're interested, you can find that link below, enlightenedanimalcommunication.com. Get more information. And if you are watching this through April 8th, 2025, you might want to take advantage of my spring sale, which is a 20% discount off of all of those services. Okay, so you can check that out below if you are interested. All right, so we are first going to pull some tarot cards, Great Spirit Angels Guides, and pets of group number 4 viewers. What other information do you have for group number 4 viewers regarding their telepathic communication with their pet and their energetic connection? I forgot to mention for, let me cut the deck here, group 4. I forgot to mention that we're also going to tap into the energetic connection, and I will between you and your pet, and I will explain that more as we go and as the cards come out. Okay. All right. So we have Justice with Sodalite. Lots of blue here, and lots of blue in this card that you chose. I speak my truth and fairness to myself. Okay, so speaking your truth, I feel like there's some throat chakra energy going on here. If you don't know about the chakras, they are energy fields within us and around us. You and your pet have them. We all have them. You can Google that and learn more about it. There's a lot on YouTube about it. But the throat chakra is all about communication. Okay, standing your truth, speaking your truth here with the Justice card. And you have the scales here. And I don't know if you can see that, but it shows in between the two scales, what's holding it, you can see the chakra centers here. So I feel like you and your pet communicate very easily with each other. And I feel like either your pet is helping you stay balanced and cleansed through your chakra, your energy centers, or both of you are naturally balanced. Let's pull more cards here, okay? 4 of Wands. The universe brings all I need to feel blissful. Yeah, this is very balanced energy. This is stable energy. Now, 4 of Wands, Wands is fire energy. So it's very fire energy, but in this particular, with the number 4, it's stability. So you have a lot of stability around your solar plexus chakra, which is yellow, and then your sacral chakra, which is orange. That's feeling empowered. That is, that's action-oriented, fire-oriented, passion, creativity, all of that, and feeling empowered to just be you. And you and your pet help each other with this. Let's get more information. The Empress. I create what I choose naturally and with joy. Rhodonite. Okay, so this is abundance energy. It's birthing something, creativity, a new idea. There's some water energy in here because of the stream. Okay, so that's intuition and creativity. You've got a lot of butterflies, which represents transformation and change. You've got a hummingbird here, which is joy. I love this Empress card in this deck. It's so beautiful. And the Hermit, which turquoise is the stone. I follow my own path. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, so I feel like there's an energy between you and your pet where your pet helps you stay balanced, helps you speak your truth. It helps you tap into your passion and creativity, but in a stable secure sort of way, helps you create and follow your own path. And I feel like your pet is really helping you do this. And you're very connected in this way, and there's an energy flow happening. This Empress card, I also love it because it's kind of rainbowy. There are a lot of different colors here, which reminds me of all the chakras, because all the chakras are different colors. And I feel like you and your pet are able to, like I said, balance those chakras and integrate the chakras. Sort of integrate all of the colors and the energy flow. And, you're clairsentient. This is feelings, emotions, intuition. So there's a lot of energy flow between you, if that makes sense. I know that sounds a bit vague, but you definitely tap into your intuition and your clairsentience and communicate that way with each other, but in a stable fashion, to seek your own path, to speak your truth, and follow your own path. Okay? Both of these cards have like a blue, purplish color to them, which is the throat chakra, the third eye chakra, and the crown chakra. So those are the upper chakras where you speak your truth, you connect with spirit. Yeah. Let's pull more cards. Let's pull more of the let's pull some oracle cards. Okay. Again, if you're not familiar with chakras, look it up. But you and your pet communicate through feelings, but you're able to balance your chakras so you don't get 100% caught up in your feelings. You're able to balance all the chakras, right? So you can follow your own path, speak your truth. Wow. Okay. So, great spirit angels, guides, and pets of group number 4 viewers. What other messages do you have for group number 4 viewers regarding telepathic communication with their pets, and their energetic connection? Group 4. Ooh, look at that with the dolphins. That is so beautiful. With play, number 20 with play. Again, water energy, blue, communication. These dolphins are playing with each other, but they're communicating with each other. So you have a very strong communication, intuitive and emotional, sentient, feeling-oriented connection and form of communication with your pet. I mean, this is just confirmation, okay? Confirmation. And your pet is reminding you to play, but play, I feel like you play with your pet a lot, maybe, and that creates a beautiful energy between the two of you, that your pet loves to play with you and you them, and that just enhances your bond and your ability to communicate with each other. Yeah, look at that. Okay, self-mastery. I'm glad this card came out because it shows all the chakras here, and you are completely balanced. You and your pet balance your energy with each other, in a sense, through play, through intuition, through your emotions, through your clairsentience. So this is all your chakras. If you don't know, that's your root chakra, your sacral chakra, your solar plexus, your heart chakra, your throat chakra, your third eye chakra, your crown chakra. Above that is your soul star chakra. Okay? And through play, through intuition, through feelings, you balance your chakras. And through balancing your chakras with each other, you enhance your telepathic communication with each other. Wow. And look at this. 9 with flexibility. Now, this is the root chakra. Okay? So this is being grounded. This is being grounded. So that energy, so your pet helps you stay grounded through play, through dance, whatever movement or something, okay? Literally, right? And then figuratively speaking, just being flexible about what comes up in life, going with the flow a little bit more, staying grounded with Mother Earth and nature. That's, we're talking a little bit about the energetic connection here, okay? I didn't do this for the other groups, but I felt intuitively strong about pulling another card. Look at this, Angels and Masters with number 33, which is an angel master number. So look that up. So again, you have all the chakras here that you're balancing, and you have angels and masters. You are connected. So this is a soul star card in this deck. And what it means is that you are connected through your soul star chakra, which is the one above the crown chakra. You are connected to angels. You are connected to guides, masters, angels, spirit, whatever you believe in. There's a strong connection. So when you are able, you're balancing these chakras with your pet, and you might be doing it without even knowing it, group 4, without being consciously aware of it. But now you have some awareness around it. So, be aware. Again, lots of videos on YouTube on how to balance your chakras. If you're interested in a private animal communication session, I do offer this. If you're interested, we can balance your chakras during a session with you and your pet. So that is offered during the sessions if interested. But I feel like through your play, through your movement, through your feelings, your intuition, your clairsentience, your groundedness, everything, it's kind of like you and your pet balance your chakras together. I feel like it's like a result of it, You've got this Empress with all these colors in this card, and you're able to manifest and create, the abundance and whatever that abundance is in your life. Yeah, wow, how beautiful. Okay, let's pull from another oracle deck. Great Spirit Angels, guys, and pet love. Group number 4 viewers. What other messages do you have for group number 4 viewers regarding your telepathic communication with your pet and an energetic connection? Group 4. Look at this. You got root chakra again. I have everything I need to survive and grow on the physical plane. Okay, so you got root chakra twice. Now, the message from this root chakra card is that trusting that Mother Earth provides, being grounded to Mother Earth. Sometimes when we're in our feelings a lot, we're not too grounded. So we want to be grounded to Mother Earth and know that you have everything you need to survive and grow on the physical plane. Okay? So I know I need to work on grounding myself on a daily basis. I do that, and I do that with my pets. I balance chakras, me and my pets, daily, actually, part of my prayer meditation. So, but I know for me, I know I need to be grounded a lot. And so it just feels good to be grounded. As a result, when we are grounded, our pets are more grounded. They feel more safe and secure on the earth plane. Okay. And so maybe you can do that for each other, is when you ground yourself, or when you tap into your chakras and cleanse your chakras and balance your chakras and everything, to focus a lot on the root chakra. And when you do that, imagine, they call it the root chakra